I think I'm more of a chaotic sewer.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another sewing vlog. I'll be showing you my progress on how I made my Misaki school uniform cosplay from Angelic Layer. If you can't already tell, I am a huge clamp fan with all my Sakuras that I've done previously, but now I think it's time to cosplay from some of my other beloved clamp series.
Alright, so I have mostly everything I need to build a Misaki school uniform here. So this is gonna be, these two are mostly for the outer uniform. So the blazer and the skirt, and she has like an inside blouse, which I'm gonna be making it out of this white cotton sateen here, only because I want the shirt to have a little comfort stretch. So that's what I'll be using that, because it has a little stretch to it, and I usually like my my blouse, you know, more comfy fit. So yeah, I'm gonna probably start the build with the blouse, the inner blouse first, and then work on the skirt part, and then the blazer's gonna be last. And from there on out, I still have to figure out like the small little details, such as like the boots and stocking. I might not have time to do the boots. I'll probably just wear like a regular school loafer for now and do the boot cover another time, because I only have a month for this, and I'm starting it like early December, and I'm getting ready for this for AOLA, which is next month and beginning of January. So it's a lot of crunching to do. So I am starting off with the blouse undershirt for shit. So I am starting off with the blouse for the inside of the uniform, and what I'm doing is taking my basic bodice pattern and I am modifying that into another collar blouse dress shirt kind of thing. Not really good when it comes to like pattern drafting that much, but I really like draping, and this is something I draped a while back, just so I can have like another updated fitted bodice for most of my Sakura cosplay. And so yeah, once you have like a basic bodice, you can basically modify that into like any forms of patterns. It just takes a bit to tweak around, but you can do that with basically anything. But yeah, so I'm just playing around, to be honest. I don't know if this is gonna fit well, but so far the measurement looks good. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on the rest of the piece, and then probably do a mock-up just to make sure, because I always want to be careful and don't want to waste any materials on the actual fabric. So I think I went overboard with the darts, because there's like, yeah, like 6 darts total on this blouse, but hey, it fits. I ended up not doing a mock-up only because I took a look at it at the second time and it seems like it should fit, and yeah, it did. I pinned everything together. This is actually the actual fabric I'll be using for the blouse. After I sewed on the darts and put everything together, I'll go ahead and iron it out so that it looks all crisp, and I can just use the basic sleeve that I used and make it close to how her sleeve is, and then I just need to add a collar. The front closure is going to be a zipper, and I'll be done with the blouse. So a little update on the blouse. I'm actually almost done with it. I just finished making the sleeves. I just need to attach that onto the armhole. I just did like a plain simple cuff, nothing to it, just as like the reference shown. So I just basically follow what it looks like on the picture, and I added the invisible zipper into the front right here, so it's all already in with the closure. And then I'm just gonna add like some hook and eyes just so that the top of the collar closes a bit more, and just need to hem the bottom of the blouse, and I'll be done for this one.
Wow.
So it's all done. The only thing I don't like about working with cotton sateen is that it just wrinkles really easily, but it's okay since this is the inside shirt, so you won't even see like 99% of it. You mostly just see like the upper collar. But yeah, it's all done. It actually has a total of 10 darts, 4 in the front, 4 in the back, and then 2 bust darts. It wasn't actually that bad since they're like much smaller to work with. They're mostly just to cinch in, just to be like more form-fitting on the waist and the little bust area. But yeah, so it's all done, and I'm probably gonna go ahead and start on the skirt next. I am currently working on the box pleat skirt right here, and it's a two-tone, so the outside is white as you can see, and then the inside of the pleat is blue. And over here, I did a quick mock-up. It looks a little funny and just awkward right now only because I haven't ironed it. I just tested out like how long each of the width is for the box and which part's pleated. So once I figure that out, I can go ahead and cut it out and then sew it, and hopefully it still looks the same because sometimes when you're pleating, measurement shifts around and things change. But yeah, so far this is supposed to be the blue part, and then the peekaboo part of the inside of the pleat, and this blue part right here is actually going to be a white. This is just like a mock-up fabric, just so I can count how many pleats there is in there. And I think there's a total of 6, so 1, 2, 3, so 3 in here and 3 in the other side. I think I got it down, so I'm gonna go ahead and try cutting it out on the actual fabric and we'll see from there.
Years later.
So a little update on the skirt. Not a really good update, but I was finishing putting all the skirt together. I just need to add on the waistband, the zipper, and everything's all done until I realized, why does this look so small? And I realized I left 2 pounds behind. There was supposed to be another white and blue in there, so now it's much smaller. I fit it, but I just basically can't do anything. I can't sit, whatever. And I already spent like a good 3-4 hours on it because I actually also double lined it and everything, and I still need to seal up the seams for the raw edges of the zipper. But yeah, I'm not very happy right now. The skirt isn't fully flared how it is because originally I was gonna sew it down just so like the 2 inches right here, just so that it has that closing pleat, but now I can't because it won't fit completely if I do that. So I think I'm just gonna roll with this skirt for now and maybe remake it later because this took a while. So I tried it on and oh my god, it is a tight squeeze in. It still fits, but I don't know how long I can wear it for because it's really constricting on my waist area. It's like 1.5 inches too tight, but maybe I'll just wear, I have a body shaper, so hopefully that will help. And yeah, I really love how it looks, and it's a shame that I actually forgot a panel that was supposed to go on the inside of the side. Yeah, so this is fine. This is fine. So it's pretty much a tornado over here, mostly because I'm working out the pattern for the front top of the blazer, and I think it's going along pretty well. I did test fitting with what I'll be wearing like as the undergarment, so it actually fits more than how it looks right here because I can't really adjust the mannequin more than I need to. But yeah, I won't be adding any darts or anything for this one, only because I already figure how it's gonna look once I have everything worn together. So yeah, just doing the mock-up right now, and hopefully it comes out well, and then after that I can cut everything out. So I have all the pieces cut out for the blazer, for the uniform, and I already interfaced most of the parts that I needed, such as the cuffs and the collar. I'm gonna be double lining it, so I'll be using the same fabric as the lining for the inside. So next up, I'll be putting on the yellow bias tape and trim that goes around the collar and cuffs and whatnot, and then putting on like their school symbol. Yeah, they're just like their motifs and stuff, which is like a crown, which I'll be using heat transfer vinyl for because I don't really feel like going through another patchwork of satin stitching. So yeah, heat transfer vinyl will be the quickest. I can just render that in and just have it cut out and then just slap it on. So I'll go ahead and put on the bias tape and then everything else on it, and then I can start putting all of this together. Oh god, it still did it anyways. So I think it kind of burnt only because, you know, this is polyester and I use like really high heating cotton, but I used like a protective cover like sheet over it just to make sure it doesn't burn, but it still like did that indent, and I think it caused like a little like stretch holes, not completely, but it just looks like a slice of cheese right now.
Save me a slice.
Yeah, polyester doesn't do well with high heat, and this is like one of the worst ones, but it's the only color and fabric I have sparingly to use at the moment, which is why I'm using it for this outfit. But if I had a choice, I really probably would have went something else. The white one's made out of gabardine, so it's not as bad. It's like nice and soft still, but not this terrible fabric right here. It's not that bad. I thought there was like a lot of like slices of cheese holes in here, but it's just a little imprint from the polyester that probably got a little burnt on the inside, but it looks fine, so all good. I just ended up making another one and slapping it on the first one because the cheese hole was kind of bothering me. So I was wondering why the yellow was warping more than the blue. The blue wasn't actually warping at all, but even though I was controlling the heat setting on my iron pretty well, the yellow still just does like the little warp right here. And then I realized it's just the vinyl, you know, that's what you get. It's a hit or miss when you're buying like generic brands. So the yellow probably wasn't as the best, and my blue one was actually like from a brand of the Cricut maker. So yeah, sometimes quality does matter because you can get different results with them, and sometimes they're not always the best result.
Few inches later.
So I am almost done with this blazer, and yeah, all I have left to do is to do some stitching on the bottom to close it up and top stitching around, and then I'll probably just add in some snaps for closure from the inside, and that would be about it. So this whole entire outfit would probably take like a week to work on, you know, minus the whole skirt like mistake I did and a couple of other things, but yeah, not bad for a week worth.
Tomorrow.
So I just finished putting on all the snap. This actually took like an hour or two, mostly because there's actually a lot to sew. I think I sewed on, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. So and that I'm sewing that like probably like 18 times because, you know, you got the eye part, the shank part of the snaps, and the whole part. But yeah, so I finished putting those on. I just don't like that see-through of it, but it's fine. And my last thing to do for this is to put on the buttons. I originally, like I said, I wasn't gonna make it a functional only because 3 button isn't gonna be enough to support like a double-breasted blazer like this. So I got a button cover, which is I'll be doing. So they're gonna be non-functional, just for decoration. They're just gonna be 3 in the front, which I'll be doing. I got these from Daiso. I really love that they carry these. They actually come in like a few sizes, and these are like their jumbo big sizes, which is actually great for cosplay. So I'm gonna go ahead and make button covers for that and put them on to the front of the blazer. Okay, so I thought the button maker was gonna come with like a little setup thing with it already. Like the previous one I bought has like these little rubber ones where you basically push the button in the fabric and then you closed it, and then yeah, that's how you make the button cover. But it doesn't come with this, and none of the one I have will fit it because this is actually pretty big. So I'm gonna have to make it work without the tools and basically probably just work around it, and hopefully it still comes out smooth.
It actually didn't, and I had a lot of trouble with it, so I ended up just covering it manually by hand. These 3 measly buttons really gave me a hard time.
You know what? I'm not really happy that I had to end up using E6000 on attaching these, but you know, they work.
With the buttons being the last pieces to the blazer, the costume is now all finished. Minus the fit on the skirt, I really do like how it turned out. I still managed to make it all crisp and neat despite crunching it out in a week. Cosplaying Misaki was really fun, but she has a lot of energy to channel since she's pretty outgoing. Originally, I was actually going to cosplay the Battle Angel Blanche since she's actually my favorite, but that didn't work out on time, so we'll be saving it for another event.
Alright, so everything is done for the uniform. I got the white blouse, the skirt, and the outer blazer. For the boot cover, I'll probably won't be doing it anytime soon, at least for this video, mostly because the con that I'll be wearing this to, I want to travel light as possible, and I'm on a time crunch right now. Actually, I only have like a couple weeks left before the con, so I don't really want to go through the hassle of making boots because so far my past couple boots didn't work out, and I know I'm going to be spending a lot of time on it and getting frustrated, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather work on that when I'm not crunching, so I'll work on that another time. But here we have everything already. I'm just going to be wearing like a regular school uniform loafer for it. And yeah, so I can't wait to wear this. I'll be wearing this with some friends that we planned for the con, so I can't wait for us to be together for it. It's actually a really cute uniform. I actually really love making a school uniform cosplay because they're super cute. I'm a sucker for them. I probably have like quite a lot of them in the past. I'm pretty sure I still have them. But yeah, so my whole experience with this, it wasn't too bad. I crunched it out in a week. It actually felt longer than that, mostly because I worked on it for like non-stop weeks straight. Blouse was simple to do, mostly just modifying a block pattern I already had. And then the skirt, yeah, that's where it started having problems because I left out 2 panels, so it's a little smaller than it is, but I'm wearing some body shaper just so that I can fit into it. Luckily, I probably won't be able to do too much movement, but I can still walk and just basic poses, so I'm lucky that I fit into that. And then we have the blazer. Everything turned out well for it, except for, you know, the last part, which is the button. It didn't come with the tools that it said it did, so I'm a little sad that I had to end up attaching it directly onto the fabric, but it's fine. So you have the snaps in here and everything. Not it fits well. So I'll be wearing this at the con, and I'll be jumping straight into that now.
So most of my group member wasn't able to make it last minute, but it's all good since we're planning it for another time. I really want to blog some more that day, but things happen and I never really got a chance around to. I only wore it for a few hours that day with my Suzuka since she's the only one that was able to make it that day, but we still had a blast. I got some neat haul shots of me wearing it that day too. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as usual, if you like my sewing shenanigans and other things I do here, please feel free to sub and stick around. Until then, see you all next time!